So our next speaker is Malcolm Ross. Don't get too comfortable with it. Met Malcolm pretty recently through the more recent partnership through the program. Once again, a very thoughtful individual, and I'm really looking forward to your speech, what to say. So I'm going to leave it at that and say, Malcolm Ross. I guess I left a lotto ticket on there.
A lottery ticket. I hope I will.
Is that yours?
Hi, everyone. I'm Malcolm. And I'm an addict. But there's no 12-step program for my addiction because it's not an everyday normal type of addiction. My addiction is the unquenchable, insatiable search for hope. I search for the hope that my mother had when she had me. I search for the kind of hope a small child has on Christmas Eve. I search for the kind of hope that my mother had on my first day of school. I search for the kind of hope that a young man has as he's about to graduate high school. I search for the kind of hope that couples have when they buy their first house and the memories that they look forward to creating in it. I search for the kind of hope we had as our children were born. I search for the kind of hope our children had as they left our protection and went out into the world in all its aspects on their own. I search for the kind of hope that an athlete has after years of regimen and practice. I search for the kind of hope that a farmer has as he gazes into the sky as he's tending his fields. I search for the kind of hope that young children have as they plant a tree in their playground. I search for the kind of hope that married couples have as they approach the 35th anniversary. That's my beautiful wife back there. In a very different time, in a very different place, the wind carried a message to all the birds that there needed to be a meeting to create a king of birds. The owl, with his wisdom, was chosen to lead the meeting of representatives of birds. And there was much discussion and queries as to why there even had to be a king of birds. And the general theme was, well, if man had kings, then birds, being far superior to man, well, they must have kings as well. So the owl decided that a contest must decide who the king would be, as there was just too many types of birds, species of birds, all worthy of being called king. It was decided that the bird who could fly the highest would be able to view the entire world and see what was needed to be seen, and he would, or she would be called king or queen. So the contest was on, and each bird tried to fly higher and higher than the one before. And one evening, the little wren said, tomorrow I'm going to fly higher than any bird in this group. And everybody looked at the wren and said, okay. So early in the morning, it was the eagle's turn to fly. And as the eagle took off, the wren jumped on the eagle's back. And the eagle soared higher and higher and higher than any other bird had flown to that point. And when that eagle couldn't fly any higher, the wren jumped off the back and flew even higher. And when the wren came down, he exclaimed triumphantly, I am the king. I have flown higher than any other bird. But the owl in his wisdom said, you would not have gotten that high if it hadn't been for the eagle. So obviously, the eagle must be king. And that is why wrens to this very day fly low to the ground. If you ever watch them. And the reason they do so is because the wren has come to learn its abilities and capabilities and have chosen to live within them. I search for the hope that everyone comes to that understanding as well. And finally, I hope that there is no 12-step program.